إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Surely Allah accepts from the pious ones. And this will take us to the story of Sahibul Khubzatain, the man, the righteous man with two slices of bread. This man came from a wealthy family from Baghdad, and the father of this man left a lot of properties for this righteous man. And the father left the world as Allah will have it. This man, wealthy, in riches, with family, went to seek for knowledge for a long period of time. And after coming back from knowledge, from seeking of knowledge, he had nothing except just a house. He was in a house with the family and they were struggling with life as Allah will have it. One day, nothing to eat. افتقر هذا الرجل ولم يملك شيئا, and he does not have anything to eat. And that was how they continue to live their lives with hunger and abject poverty. One day, when the man saw the children and the wife with in pains, struggling with hunger, he told them he was going to find a means to sell the only house that remained for them. He went to the mosque while trying to think and ponder on who was going to buy the house or who was going to take the house on rent. A man saw him. He approached him and said, "Oh man, I see you are disturbed. What is it that happens to you?" And the man divulged the whole information to him, the whole story of his life. And he said, "I also do not have. However, let me see what I can do. Let me go into my house and come back." So the man went straight or headed straight into the house, and he came with al-khubzatan, the two slices of bread. He gave it to this man, and the man appreciated and said, "Even before I sell the house, my family should have something tangible to eat." While he was on the road going to the house, as Allah will have it, there was a woman, Imra'atun Ajuz, Ma'a Sabijin, which is an old woman with a young boy. The man was heading straight to the house, as we have said, and holding the bread. He paused on the way. After pausing on the way, the young boy beside the woman looked straight into the bread, and the man saw how hungry this old offering boy was. He had to give the bread to the boy. After giving the bread to the boy, that is after the woman has had narrated the life history of her and the boy to the righteous man that ate the bread. And the man released the bread into to the boy. And he went straight to the house. The family asked that, "What is the result of the house you said you were going to sell?" And this man could not bring bread, as you have known, and was not able to sell the house. The man narrated the story to them, and the old children started crying. He went into the market to see whether someone can actually come this time around to buy the house. Then he met the same man that told him he was going to assist him or that gave him the two slices of bread. The man asked, "What about the affairs of your family? Have they eaten the bread?" This righteous man said, "No, I gave this bread to an old woman who has a young orphan that was hungry. I have to sacrifice the food my family was going to eat for this young boy." Then the man said, "Abshir, Abshir, Abshir, have a good, glad tidings. Go straight to your house. There is a caravan filled with money, filled with gold, filled with a lot of food. You are going to get it in your house." The man was very surprised and said, "That can never be possible." He ran straight to the house and he met the people that came with the caravan with a whole lot of loads, and they were offloading the food, the gold from the caravan. He asked them, he said, "What is your story? Why are you bringing this to our house? I've never worked for all this." And the man said, We are the worker of your father that died. For we've been working for your father, and we have been multiplying the wealth your father put in our care for 30 years. This is the product, this is the result of the business we did and the transaction we did with your father's money. Inshallah, we'll come back to continue the story. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the story of Sahib al-Khubzatain, the man that sacrificed his two slices of bread and Allah gave him a lot of wealth in return. This man, after seeing the old wealth that somebody brought to the caravan that was claimed to be the product of the business the father had with them for 30 years, the man appreciated Allah, appreciated them, and went straight to a corner of the room and started crying. He wept from morning till night. And the household asked him, said, are you not happy that Allah has relieved you of your suffering? Are you not happy that Allah has relieved you of your poverty? He said, that is not what I'm thinking about. He said, look at me. I've been working all my life for Allah. I've been sacrificing for Him. And I've been patient with Him just to earn His paradise. Now, I gave the two slices of bread to this offering because of only Allah. And I am scared that this particular act that I did, Allah has given me the whole reward in this world by bringing the whole lot of caravan. It seems that I have nothing for this sacrifice I've made in the year after. As Allah will have it, Allah brought this scenario of the day of judgment, where this man was being accounted by the angels. The angel brought two scales, the scale of good for him and the scale of bad. After looking at all his mischiefs and all his acts that were wrong in this world, they put them in a scale and put all his good deeds in a scale. Everything was balanced. The good scale did not overweigh the bad scale, and the bad scale did not overweigh the good scale. Then the angel asked that does this man have any other work apart from does he have any other righteous work? He said no. They asked again, does he have any bad work? He said no. The angel said, except one work. That is the work in which he used to give or sacrifice the two loaves of bread or two slices of bread to the offering. When they put the work on a scale, inshallah, Allah will have it, the scale of good overweighs the scale of bad. Then this man said, but I prayed in the midnight, but I fasted all my life. Why is it that it is these slices of bread that overweigh the bad work? Then the angels of God now showed him the true matter behind each of the work he did. They saw that for every salat he prayed, there was one thing, show off, enjoyment apart from enjoying that he was worshipping Allah in one way or the other was behind every work, except this work that none ever saw except him. That is the bread he gave to the offering. And that is why as Muslims, whatever you do, a'malu sirr, the hidden work, sometimes are very important. These are the works that are going to save us in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep your good work and make sure that nothing spoils them. As this man was very careful about the two slices of bread, for not being spoiled by show off and any other thing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.